Alright, I think we're up and running. Hi everyone, this is That Streamer 1993 here, back with more Shiny Force. This is stream number 7. So, the only thing I wasn't able to do during the last stream was I was not able to, how do I say this? I was not able to level up my characters the way I wanted myself to. So, I'm going to head to my own stream real quick. I'm going to make sure everything's muted. And then I'm going to put in the chat, the first is the YouTube channel that I've put my VODs in. It's the first thing that's going to pop up. The second thing that's going to pop up is going to be my new-ish Root app, which basically is replacing Discord. If you want to keep an eye on what I'm doing, because I don't have a community post thing on Twitch, this is where you go for that. That is the invite link. The invite link, unlike Discord, is permanent. So if you go 5 streams ago, and let's say I have a Root on there, you can go on there and it'll let me. You're also going to notice my background changed. I found I ended up moving. You're also going to see back here, I have my Pokemon plushes up. Those are temporary because I need to get a net because someone won't stay up. But it's interesting. We got everything. I got everything, mostly everything. We still got to move boxes and stuff. I still got to do some stuff. But we are mostly moved. So, during the last encounter, we ended up acquiring a few characters, including the powerful Xylo. And we ended up going to basically the next battle, and I was going to level up, but unfortunately I got... Bitch, can you move? Thank you. But I got caught up in doing basically everything except what I needed to do, so I couldn't do anything about that. So I decided to just wait on doing that. So basically what we're doing is we're taking our level 8 characters, or level 7 characters, we're going up to level 8. We're not going to bother with getting Xylo right now because he's level 9. But I think we only have 2 or 3 characters that are level 7 and 8. I think those are mainly the healers. Level 7. I'm just going to double check my math. Yes, okay. So I think, is Diane 7 still? I kind of wish this thing did one thing right, and I can't check that. I kind of wish that's the one thing they did, but this was a 93 game, so I can't expect too much. So, the other thing that happened is with Tao's item in her inventory, she equips this, it basically turns her model into, looking like she has a bikini on, but doesn't actually change her actual model, or her battle model. So what we're going to do here is what we're going to do is we're basically just going to throw a couple of allies into the fray, and we're going to have Lo heal them for easy experience. I'm mostly going to put May in there. I'm just going to not have her attack. I'm just going to have her stay there because May has a lot of defense. And this game really doesn't matter too much how much HP you heal. Even though you do heal more HP, you get more experience. You'll still get 10 per heal anyway. And we're going to put Max there. I think I'm just going to throw characters here because we need to heal them anyway. So the skeleton's not going to be able to do much. So there's that. Obviously, probably the easiest enemies to kill right this moment that would give a decent amount of shields would probably be the Dark Elves, because they have low defense but high attack, which really shouldn't be much of a problem. The skeleton is basically kind of cannon fodder at this point, doing small damage. Although it can do massive damage to units with low defense, so not quite phased out yet. Funny thing is, I think the skeleton is one of the few enemies in this game that they don't rebrand. Meaning there's no super skeleton or any variation of it. There's like the undead, but I don't think that really counts. For example, Lizardman's another one, but for example, the Dark Elf was once called a sniper. They have Dark Priest that will be replaced later by an enemy called the High Priest. There's just a lot of different things you can do. So I'm trying to get Lo and Gong a turn here so they can heal. I think they're the only allies that have that are level 7, and Gong can actually deal some damage. So not a lot, but some. Is Gong? I gotta check something real quick. Okay, let me. Gong's attack is 18. Where's the... what do you call it equipped? The power ring. Is it Arthur still? No, I think it's Bulberry. No. Wait. Yep, okay, so it's max. So, what I think I'm gonna do in this particular situation. I'm actually going to put purposely, well, here's this Dark Elf take a shot at him so he can heal himself. That's going to do some quite, yeah, I figured it was going to do that much damage. Although I would be in trouble if we went for a second shot. I could temporarily transfer the power ring to Gong. He's going to use the Medical Herb himself. But, you know. I think I'm going to have Lo and Gong attack that Dark Elf, since it seems to give a fair amount of experience. Dun-dun-dun. This button. Yeah. Yeah, so that's still way too crazy for me to be able to do anything with that fast forward button. Gong should do some damage to this Dark Elf, though. Yep, 6. 18 experience. So we're still getting quite a bit of experience off the Dark Elves. Okay, Lo is now dead. Because he got 2 turns in because of his high speed. So that is going to be almost an automatic retreat. Very nice way to start this. If I'd already get experience, I would have just reset the game. I haven't done really anything different. When does Skeleton take 5 points of damage? Did I attack at one point? Hang on a second. I'm drawing a blank here. Did May attack him at one point? How did he lose 5 hit points? He just healed himself. What? I don't get that. Alright, whatever. I'm waiting for it to be Max's turn so I can retreat from the battle again. You know, maybe Lo got a turn, but I was using the fast forward function. I didn't think of that. Can I please get to Max's turn? This would be nice if I could. Oh, Gong gets another turn in, so I guess I'll hit the Dark Elf for another 6. 18 experience for Gong. I believe that brings him to about 50 experience, give or take. So he's halfway there, hitting level 8. And then we can proceed with the battle after we get that Lo leveled up. 72, okay, higher than I thought. So I think my best bet here, because of the distance draw, is to essentially attack this right Dark Elf for experience, and then just retreat and repeat the process. So, the next battle, the one after this one, I'm not going to grind in case anyone gets higher level, because I forgot to heal. Whoops. That was a bad mistake on my part. Trying to get to my turn, to Max's turn again. There we go. So we're just gonna head back to the village. I forgot I have to actually heal. Well, I'm so used to doing that to grind that I grind for levels. I forgot I actually have to heal. I have to actually heal Lo. Lo's gonna take 70 coins to revive, but I have a massive 6,000. So I mean, I guess because of the space on gold, you can only carry just 1 gold less than 1 million coins or gold. So. I think I'm gonna have to change that real quick. There was a way. Let's see. Second fig. Extras. No. How did I do that last time? There was definitely a way I did that last time. Oh, okay, so I can't change that. Okay, so my plan was to change backspace to something else on the game, because I thought I'd be able to do a little bit quicker, because if I use backspace in combination with hitting the A button on my controller, I can essentially make the game go a lot faster. But doing it like this is such a pain. Okay, there's Gong. So we are moving Gong and Lo toward where the Dark Elf is so they can deal damage to it. And it's essentially, Lo can heal himself, and he can heal Gong, or Gong can heal himself while we do that. The only thing is that it's over, that sniper's over on the right side of the map, so he's harder to get to because of the terrain. Arthur's still pretty damn weak himself. So we're going to set Lo here this time. For some reason, that sniper will never move. We distinguished that from the last time, from the last stream, so there is that. Also, I am going to be spending, if I can find the time, probably about 30 minutes a day adjusting settings on Twitch and YouTube so I can uploading videos, do whatever I got to do in order to make it slightly better for everybody. Right now, this particular stream, Twitch isn't bad, but I still got to deal with a couple things on YouTube, like uploading videos, because Twitch, well, I have to take the videos from Twitch and upload them to YouTube. But Twitch itself right now is pretty solid. I wouldn't call it the best channel on the damn internet. It's definitely not even anywhere near that case, but it's decent for the way it is for now. Alright, so we're going to have Lo deal with this Arc Elf here. I'm actually curious about something. Let's see how much damage Lo does. Lo's doing a little bit more damage than Gong is, which is kind of funny. That's probably only because Lo has a weapon. So normally usually ally with a weapon versus ally without a weapon is kind of interesting. Like what I mean is they don't get one, or they don't need one, is because well, the ones without weapons that have to deal in physical damage usually get less toward their attack. So you get really lucky. Because, like I said, the stat boost in this game is every part of it's RNG. So, give me one sec, guys. Someone sent me a text message. There's very few people who sent me a text message. I want to check to see who that was. Oh. Oh, my stream's still going on my phone, too. Whoops. I think my aunt just got here. She has 3 dogs with her, I think, so they might come in here to make a little bit of noise, but I don't mind them being in here as long as one of them doesn't start barking. Usually they don't bark, but, you know, there is a possibility they will. Oh, I was going to say the Dark Elf is dead, but unfortunately Lo can't hit worse shit, so... Like I said, Dark Elf is not attacking us as long as we're not within. There's my dog going off. Recognize his bark anywhere. I think he's just doing that because he's happy to see people. That's really, unless he wants something, that's usually the only time he really barks. He's a really good dog. Whoever trained him deserves a damn gold medal. That's my grandmother yelling at him in case you guys can't hear her yell at him. Alright, so this is going to take out the Dark Elf. Blink. And then that is going to give Gong 40 experience, 160 coins. That gets Gong to level 8. Attack level increases by 1. Defense level increases by 1. Maximum match points increased by 2. Now heal became level 2. So now we have heal level 2. For those that don't know, heal level 2 basically works just like heal level 1, except that it works from 2 spaces away. And it costs, I think it's 2 more MP, which sounds stupid. But when you consider that you're not supposed to have healers directly in the fray, or that they're low level, it's actually not that bad. So I gotta wait for Max's turn here. And there it is. So we're going to egress because it's easier to do it it's slightly easier to do it that way. And now Lo needs enough experience to level up to his next level, which is just going to be him whacking that elf with his staff until he gets the experience he needs. Yep, I'm going to hear a lot of noise now. Because that means to bring a third dozen, we got 4 total. It's a decent sized house, but still going to be noisy. Alright. I have heard that there are speedrunners that run this game that only use one character because it's faster, because you don't have to cycle through all your characters, which makes sense. But I kind of like I think after a while here, I'm going to just get on maybe like GDQ or something like that, which is game's done quick, and I'm gonna see like how fast it takes them to do a speed run. Like generally, like I thought I saw someone say like an hour, which is crazy considering the game, if you're playing it the way you are, could take you up to like probably half a day, assuming that you're taking your time. I'm just moving time forward a little bit here. As long as I'm not smashing the button, I can pretty much see whose turn is whose. Okay, now it's Lowe's turn. So Lowe needs how much experience to level up? He still needs quite a bit. But he can heal himself if he needs to. So I think he's getting 20 experience per hit, and then probably more per kill. Yeah, so I think, if I'm doing my math right, he really is being quite noisy, isn't he? If he is, if Lowe is doing this much damage per hit, and then he kills the Dark Elf, he gets 40 experience for the kill, it means I should be able to do it on this cycle. Of grinding, I mean. Always forgetting to grind. This game seems to be my weakness. Like, well, for stream anyway, like if I think of it. But I've been busy, you know, I've had work. We had the time change recently, so there's that. That's just draining a little bit of my energy, but for some reason I can like survive on 4 or 5 hours of sleep, so that's not a big thing. I will smash you with a stick. Alright, good. 7 points of damage, 21 experience. So if you're being technical, I think I told everyone about this. Because you get experience per hit, let's say that the maximum experience you get is 48, but you get 48 in one hit, and then you get a second attack in. It means you only get 48 when you get 48 twice, so in certain situations it's actually better for you to get one attack in, wait one turn, but it's more efficient for damage if you manage to get a second attack in. Same thing with a deadly attack, too. Like, if you're supposed to get 48 for a regular attack, but then you get a deadly attack and you should get more, but it's capped at 48, that means that you don't get that particular amount of experience. You don't get any more than 48. I will eventually get my turn in. Gort. Okay, Lowe actually got the hit in, and it went so fast I didn't see it. Those level increased to 8. Medicine was increased by 1. Medicine was increased by 1. Okay, that's decent, I guess, for a mage. Or for a healer. So now I'm waiting for Max's turn. Arthur, Lowe, there it is. Now we're going to egress. I believe that's everyone at level 8 now, everyone that's currently in my party. So the FW means that they're on the team. So 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Okay. Everyone who's not level 8 is Xylon. I'm not going through like 99% of my team just to level up them for level 9. So I was just going to be hanging back for the most part. Now we can start taking this seriously. So we're going to move May to attack this skeleton. This should do at least half its health. Nope, 5. Alright. I'll take what I can get. That skeleton's probably going to use its medical herb. So if you're trying to be efficient, the best way to do it is to take them out before they can use their medical herb. But that's probably not going to happen because of our position on the map currently. At some point, too, I'm going to get another webcam, because this one's, like, kind of just a little one, like that big, mounted on my thing. It'd be nice to have a camera that I could actually, like, move a little bit that would have, like, its own stand, instead of being on top of a monitor like it is now. But, you know, you deal with what you gotta deal with. Ever since the move, you know, you pay everything for moving, everything for rent, and especially since we're paying more rent, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I got my taxes back. I'm not telling anyone what that is, because it's not anyone's business. But I did get quite a decent chunk of change back, so that pretty much covered my move. I guess in a way we chose a good time for us to move. Skeletons are really the time waster here. This is gonna do like 4. Oh, that's right, Ken's more HP and attack based than May is. So Arthur can attack. This should be enough to put that skeleton on, I would think. Arthur's not very powerful, but yeah. Arthur getting 20 experience, 140 coins. So we need to take one skeleton before we use a medical herb at least. Also, it's going to take me a while to notice Luke's not here. That's because I switched him out. Normally I have Luke and Gong for the entire playthrough, but we didn't want to use some different characters that I don't normally use. You're probably not going to see You're probably going to see a lot of characters I'm not really used to using. Like Arthur's usually one I don't use, but I like his uniqueness, so he stays in the group. We're going to move Balberry here, and we're going to attack this Dark Elf. That should do about half its health, I think. Nope, just a little under. 14 experience for Balberry. Balberry. I don't know if it's probably Balberry, but you know, I see you play a game for so long and you're like, oh, is that what they're called? And then you call them that for like 15 years and you're like, well, I'm not changing my name. Like I think the Pokemon Company recently started releasing, off topic obviously, started releasing names of Pokemon, how they're actually supposed to be said. Some of them I don't know, some of them I do. Only being I know that what some are called is just strictly because, well, I watched the English version of the anime, so I know what they're actually called. For example, some Pokemon are called, well, I think most of them actually are called different things in Japanese. For example, a very popular one that I can think of is the Gen 8 Pokemon Cinderace, and his name in Japanese is called Aceburn, which I think is kind of cool. So even if you learn even if you watch the Japanese version that are downside, so like you can't learn exactly how to call stuff, Maze will increase to 9. Attack will increase by 1. Defense will increase by 3. Max hit points increase by 2. That's actually a really good increase. So what does that bring her defense up to now? Like 50? May's just a tank, and I like having her around for that. What is her defense now? 20. Is that higher than... Well, obviously it's going to be higher than Tao's. That's actually higher than Xylo, who's stronger than she is. Yeah, that's definitely... I think the team is stronger than Gort. Yeah, Gort is... Wait, what did Gort have? Oh, I thought he had a item that you don't get till later. It's like, how the hell did he get that? Nobody just looked at the icon wrong. Why didn't... Oh, that's right, I put Diane there to attack that. It's not that Dark Elf. I forgot about that. I was like, why Diane in that spot but didn't attack? I was like, oh, that's right, I did attack. I just forgot. Alright, Ken... I think Ken is enough to put this skeleton down. Boink. 27 experience, 140 coins. Arthur's turn. Arthur could probably take on this Dark Elf as well. Arthur just cleaned up everyone else's mess at this point. 7 experience, 7 to the Dark Elf. Arthur, he's 36 experience, 160 coins. Arthur should be close to leveling up now with him taking out 2 enemies like that. I would think anyway. 64, okay, that's not as high as I thought it was going to be. Gort now has the more powerful middle axe. So this should do some damage. Yep, 7. Or I'd probably say it's better than Luke just because he's higher attack and defense. But it's really hard to tell sometimes. This should come close because the skeleton is probably not going to kill unless I get a crit. Nope, they actually did. Alright, cool. There's experience 140 coins. It'll clean up basically the first wave of these enemies. I need to get low over here to heal Diane though because she took 10 damage from that shot from the Dark Elf. Experience for low. So we're going to try to take out this Dark Elf over here, but he is a bit farther over. Oh, Xylo. I forgot how far Xylo can move. It's kind of crazy. I don't think a Dark Elf's going to move either, so I think we're fine on that. Move Tau up front is probably not the best idea, but I think we're fine. We're going to have Diane snipe this skeleton. 5 points damage on the skeleton. I think I'm going to try something. Hang on. Normal fixed aspect ratio render plugin. Window size. Okay, I can make this. Would that affect the... hang on a second. Let me try something. Would that affect the resolution? Holy shit. Hang on. I'll fix that. Fix that. Yeah, I can make the window smaller on my thing, but it makes the whole thing like... I was trying to find if there was an option here. Essentially, what I can do, I don't know if it lets me do this, but if I decide to... There's normally an option for this, but I don't see it. Essentially, what I'm doing right now is I'm keeping the window like on my... Oh, hang on. Did forget something. had that happen in a minute. Forgot to plug my laptop in. Just want to make sure I had enough power, because I wouldn't make it to the stream without my plugged in. Essentially, there is a setting for some emulators where you can, if the game is not currently on your screen, like if it's in the thing, it will just pause the game, like I can't interact with it. I was trying to see if there's a setting so I can like put it in my down there, and it wouldn't cause any problems. Hang on. What's this now? Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, that's what that is. Alright. My root app was pulsing, meaning someone sent me a message. I don't get normally people send me messages, so I think I know who okay. Apparently that sniper does move, and he's going right after my main character. The Dark Elf does. Okay. 8 damage, that's not bad. I was not expecting that one to move. They're doing something. I think we have a carpet there. I think they're putting it down. What I mean is that they're putting it down so we don't trip on it, because it's just a spare carpet to make sure that we don't get anything on the main carpet. 11 damage on the Dark Elf. Ken's level increases to 9. Max hit points increased by 1. Fantastic. Dog shit numbers. I probably should have had Gong Heal Max right there. Now I can get Arthur closer. This is probably a bad idea. But it's nice to not have to worry too much about it, because I play another game where if you let a unit die, basically they're dead forever. And when I do that, I usually at 3-6, I want to keep all my units. Okay, the Skeleton's going to use a medical herb to heal itself. It's probably going to heal about 7 damage. Nope, 9, alright. Or come over here and kill this Dark Elf with his Mighty Axe. Damn, Mighty Axe. 17 points of damage. That's enough to kill it in one shot if it needed to. 42 experience. Level increased to 9. Attack increased by 2. Speed increased by 1. Maximum hit points increased by 1. Okay, a modest attack increase. I'm gonna put Belber over here, but I'm not gonna get him crazy close. I will say the AI in Shining Force 2 is definitely better, but not by it, like leagues. We're gonna hit this skeleton again with Diane's arrow. 5 points of damage. 8 experience for Diane. Remove Zylo over here. Anri can actually hit these two with Blaze level 2, so we're gonna do that. Darkfree is most likely to heal itself. But, oh, deadly attack, never mind. So the priest is now dead. And 8 damage to the lizard man. 48 experience, 125 points. I heard someone call for my dog. I really hope it just didn't run outside. If he does, he listens to an extent, but half the time he does not. Okay, I think I got him. We'll move low up, but we're not gonna. I probably should hit that skeleton for a little bit of damage. I keep forgetting that the healers are actually. You can actually use healers in this game to actually deal damage. In the other game I was playing, healers only get experience by healing, and normally they have no way of dealing actual damage to the enemy. So essentially, they're much more useless in that game than they are in this one. Balberry should be able to do some damage to the skeleton, probably 2. Damn, I'm good. 3 experience for Balberry. Massive amount of experience for him. We're going to move May here. Ken's level 9. We're going to move him there. Henry can probably just slap this skeleton and kill it. It's probably a bad idea, though. Yep. Henry, gained 27 experience, 140 coins. Bop. So far, we've encountered the main problem, which is the Pegasus Knights. They should probably kill this lizard man. Zylo was pretty powerful in this game. Yep. Zylo gets 40 experience, 150 coins. That was just so maybe it doesn't come after Henry. That's the only reason I did that. Losing my mage would definitely be a harder. I'd be able to do without that, but maybe that'd be an interesting run. Maybe I should do a run in this game where I don't use magic at all. Although that would be kind of hard to deal with because, well, if I decide not to use, maybe not offensive magic, but if I was, it means I wouldn't be able to heal with healers, meaning I had to rely on items. Although, considering the amount of grinding I do in this game, that wouldn't be that bad. It'd be more about if I can have enough space in my inventory to hold all the items I would need to keep everyone alive. Grab Diane, go up to the skeleton. That's going to do 5 damage to it, I think. Yep. She's a little bit better than Hans is. That's why I swapped her for Hans. The thing about this map is it just takes a while to get across it, sometimes because of the terrain. We'll have Arthur go after the skeleton here for a little bit of damage. 5. 8 experience for Arthur. Battle's almost over. He's going to use a herb on himself. Going to heal 9 damage. Yep. Bubber's going to go around him. To the back of him, he's going to hit him for 2 damage. So I will probably do some damage to this skeleton. Probably not enough to kill it, because skeletons still do have a massive amount of a defense, but... Oh, 9, more than I thought. So basically, just took the whole 9 he just took from him healing him a few turns ago. Henry could probably now deal enough damage with her blaze in order to kill it. Yeah, I was going to use his attack, but I forgot the attack only does 2. And that puts Henry in danger of getting hurt by the skeleton, so we're not going to do that. 20 experience, 140 coins. Andrew will increase to 9. Defense will increase by 1. Speed increased by 2. Massive magic will increase by 1. Alright, so that's not a bad increase. Boink. Alright. So I think there's only 6 enemies left now. There's the 4... Wait, how many? Oh, I can check. That's right, I can check. Yeah, there's 6 enemies left. There's the 4 Pegasus Knights, and then the 2 in the up corner basically stopping you from going up here. And funny thing is like, this 4 spot's the only places they will go. So if you kill one, I think you can actually... I think you have to kill all the enemies anyway, but I think you have to kill the priest in order to proceed. And the way they put them in there is interesting as well, because that means that if you go to the Lizard Man with just physical one space attacks, it means that the Dark Priest will keep healing the Lizard Man until it's out of it, until it's out of MP. But if you manage to hit the Lizard Man fast enough, then there is no worry about that. So we're making our way up to Pegasus Knights. I think Bubber is going to do, like, literally no damage to these things. Let's see, 19 attack. 6, so I would do 3. So I think that's a little more damage that does... So I'm going to wait a little bit longer on that. I probably could have gone for some damage, but I don't like the idea of just having Balbre go after him alone. Okay, here they come. Now they're coming after Balbre themselves. Pegasus Knight attacks. 7 damage. Also, Pegasus Knights have a habit of attacking twice, so there is that possibility as well. We're going to move Diane away from the Pegasus Knight, but we're still going to hit it from 2 spaces away. 5 damage. So about as much as we were doing to the skeleton. Probably a bad idea. We're going to move Max here, and we're going to hit this Pegasus Knight for probably another 5. Oh, 9. Okay, that works. 24 experience for Max. How much HP does that sumbitch have now? Oh, that's enough. I would use Blaze Level 1 to put this Pegasus Knight down. That takes care of one of the annoyances. 40 experience, 180 coins. Tussle will increase to 9. Defense will increase by 1. Massive magic points increase by 1. Okay. Small increase. So I might make a bold move here and maybe not... I might split up my party here and go have a small team go after the other 2 Pegasus Knights and then just have the other ones go for the main exit with the Lizard Man and the Dark Priest. We're going to have Arthur go at the Pegasus Knight. We're probably going to do 5, or maybe 3 to it. 5. Oh, he went for a second attack, but it missed. 13 experience. Arthur's low increased to 9. Attack low increased by 1. Speed increased by 1. Okay, fair, I guess. We're going to have Balbre go up to the Pegasus Knight for 3. Or possibly 2. 2. I'll bring in 5 experience points. Tails level 9, we're not going to attack with her, but we're going to move Diane up a little bit, and we're going to attack this Pegasus Knight. Pop. 5 points. Is anyone injured? I feel like someone's injured. Well, I mean, she is a little bit. How much MP? Oh, he's got plenty. Is there anyone else who needs... What do I feel like someone does need it? Oh, Balberry does, but I think we're too far away for that. Yeah, we are. So we're going to use a little bit of MP to just heal May for the experience as well. Then gong a little bit of experience. Move Xylo there. Oh, Max might be in a little bit of trouble here. 6. Okay, I was afraid he was going to get another attack in. Arthur's going to hit this Pegasus Knight again for probably 4 now. Oh, he's going to hit him for 6, actually. Assuming the damn moving connects, that is. Alright. Max should have enough damage to kill this Pegasus Knight, I think. Yep. Max gains 40 experience, 180 coins. Max will increase to 9. Defense will increase by 1. Max hit points increase by 3. Okay, the HP increase is nice. I think I'm going to actually I think I'm just going to go for... I want to say you have to... All you do is kill Dark Priest in order to win this battle. So we're just going to ignore the 2 Pegasus Knights. We're going to go right up to the Dark Priest and the Lizard Man. I'm actually going to retreat a little bit so Lo or Gong can heal Max. This should heal most of Max's HP. Probably not all of it if he didn't get the HP increase just a while ago. Yeah. 13. 12 experience points for Lo. We're going to move Gong up. I think Balberry needs to be healed, actually. Doesn't he need to be healed? I guess he does a little bit. I don't know if there's a certain point where the Pegasus might come after me or not, but I guess we'll figure that out. How much damage does the Dark Priest do with his physical attack? 21. And Balberry has 13 defense, so we'll do 8 damage. Okay. I think we're going to have Balberry retreat. I was going to have him go after the Dark Priest and just try to kill it. But the Dark Priest decided to start attacking him instead, then we're going to have a slight problem. Up here they come. And they're coming for Max. So once you hit a certain threshold, they do start coming after you. Come and get it. Okay, they're both going after Max now. So we got to play a little strategically here. Move Ken out here. Keep Arthur back here. And they're going to have Xylo, Diane, and Balberry handle those, and we're going to take care of... The rest of us are going to take care of these, The rest of us are going to take care of the, Pegasus Knights. They should do some damage. 5. Hard to tell what the priest is actually going to do. Is he going to attack me, or is he going to go after, Or is he going to go after Belt? Or is he going to heal himself? Xylo attacks. 12. Up he goes for a double. Alright, that works. 13 with damage, Lizard Man, so I'll get 40 experience, 150 points. So Xylo increased to 10. And he got nothing. Alright, that's fine. They're going to go after Max now. Nope, they're actually going after Ken. Ken's probably going to take like 9 damage from this. Ken has a lot of HP, but not a lot of defense. 8. I was pretty close. Hard to level up in this particular one just because of the limited range of where you can move. With Arthur back there a little bit, he's going to go after Max. Yeah, now there's a clear path to him. Might actually be able to do some damage back to him, though. Eat. Alright, the rest of us are going to try to take down. So, this should do quite a bit of damage to the Pegasus Knight. Yep, 8. Normal experience for May. Henry can't get close enough to use any of her blaze spells, so we're just going to have Diane go up to this Dark Priest. That might be enough to put the Dark Priest down. Nope. So now it's... Nope. Never mind. Diane pulled through on that one. 40 experience, 125 coins. Diane's level increased to 9. Attack level increased by 1. Maximum hit points increased by 1. I think... Doesn't that end the battle? It does not. Okay, so that's... I don't think I've ever had an instance where I didn't take out the Knights first, or the Pegasus Knights first. So I guess that makes sense. I will say when they did the remake for this game on the GPAs, they made it more obvious where, how would I say this? Where, what you have to do in order to win a battle is more obvious. That's probably gonna kill it. Nope. I said it was gonna kill him, but it missed. Or Gort missed. So now we're going to get everyone back here now, since I know that was enough to end the battle. So I think Andrew close enough to use any of her spells. So that was going to come back. How much HP do each of these guys have? 2 and... what is it? 2 and 8? Alright. I think Gon can take out the one with 2 HP. Yeah. Assuming his attack connects, that is. Damn it. Oh, wait. Really? Gon, you missed 2 attacks in a row? God damn it. Alright. Definitely not working the way I wanted it to. Pegasus Knight attacks. 8 damage. Alright, Ken's taking out the Pegasus Knight because I'm sick of this already. Die. Or Ken's just gonna miss. Alright, Arthur, maybe you can do something here? Arthur attacks. There we go. 2 points of damage to the Pegasus Knight, 40 experience, 180 coins. Pop. Now he's just avoiding us. Not that I care. I mean, he can avoid us all he wants and we're still going to kill him, but it makes the battle slightly more annoying. Just have to heal himself. Alright. Come on, Barry. Come on back. We got to deal with that Pegasus Knight. I think I've had that happen with the AI in this game before, so yeah, he's just running away. It seems like he's running away, but I think it's just something with the AI, the way it's supposed to work. Damn bells and need to take up the damn whole entire stream. God damn it. I think the map is way too large for this area. I think that's half the problem. Okay. Not close enough to hit ball. Get the heal ball berry, unfortunately. Gort should be able to do the damage to put this Pegasus Knight down, assuming the attack connects. There we go. And put damage on the Pegasus Knight, 40 experience, 180 coins. That's it. After the bridge, we need to get across quickly. Okay, so this is probably one of the more unique battles in the entire game. The first thing we're going to see here. Traitor, you betrayed Lord Cain. I owe no allegiance to you or the foul fiend that he is. You're only mercenary, you're only paid to what we pay you to do. Here, I return your gold. I shall no longer follow your orders, Toad. You're not with us and you're against us. I'll have the pleasure of killing you myself. Vile fiend? Aye! Ha. Thus, all fall all who dare oppose the will of Darskull. So this is the laser eye. This is what they were excavating a few battles ago. So, Worm City was initiated 10-9. So, the laser eye is a very interesting enemy. So what it does is, this area here and, yeah, these 2 spots, kind of like the whole area actually. Essentially, what it does is it has pretty good attack and nice defense. Beyond me why it has 27 agility. Essentially what this allows it to do is anything that's in its range when it hits 0 on its counter will take most of its health, and in some cases even kill enemies. But it can't discriminate on what it can hit. So what I normally do for this battle, and I'm going to show you what I normally do, is I get everyone up just below its attack range. I wait for it to fire its first shot, which is going to damage all the enemies in the area. And then we rush. We either try to get to it as quickly as possible, or we use our healers, and there's a little crevice. And I'll show you guys where I'm talking about. Come on. Can I get a turn here, please? Thank you. This little crevice here, if you put units here, 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 and here, the laser eye will not do any damage to them. Well, it won't be within range. Also, clearly flying units, if they're not within range, they will not get hit either. So instead of having a... Okay, here comes the Lizardman. I don't think it's going to do too much damage to May. May does have a massive amount of defense. 3, okay. 3 times 2, okay. So really, that Lizardman is out of the attack range of the laser eye, so now I have to kill it normally. So laser eye doesn't have a movement, so it's when it comes its turn, it actually shows less shows its attack range instead of its move where it can move. Also, we now have a new enemy, by the way. I didn't mention this before. It's the Silver Knight. It's basically replaces the Rune Knight, and we're gonna look at its stats real quick. So Silver Knight is just stronger. Still has Bronze Lance. It has 18 attack, 12 defense, 7 move, 11 agility, 16 HP, level and experience are NA, and no MP. We're also take a quick look at the laser eye because we have to look at its stats too. So the laser has 30 HP, NA on its level and experience, no magic, no item, no MP. Attack is 14, defense is 19, move is 0, and agility is 27. To give you a general idea how fast 24 agility is it beats the Pegasus Knight by double. And the Pegasus Knight actually has quite a bit of agility itself. So put Luke over here. We're trying to get experience for our remaining units, but I think the only ones who are now, once again, are not level 9 are my healers. The around it is level 9 now. I think they pretty much are. So yeah, it's my healers again. Because the common thing is I gotta always deal with leveling my healers during everything. I also could technically not use healers for anything but healing and just ignore them for their levels. However, in this game, I think that would become a detriment, especially when you got to get them kind of in the fray sometimes. So that entire area that you're seeing, that's it, that you can see during the move. That's what it can hit. Which, Barbary is not level 9. Which, for those who actually know, that's not a good thing to have happen. Barbary attacks for 5. Barbary gets 12 experience points. I'm going to try to get Gong or Low to kill that thing, but I don't think it's going to happen. There also is a particular item I can get here. It's not a mandatory item. But essentially, the outfit I have for Tao can also be acquired for Anri. And where those Dark Elves currently are is the spot where the item is at. However, if you end the battle, the game automatically proceeds. You don't get to search the map. So you have to do it before. Whoops. You have to do it before the battle ends. Which once you kill the laser eye, the battle becomes essentially just child's play. So it's not that bad. We're gonna move. I'm actually gonna move Ken here just to take a hit or two. Keep Arthur there. Tao's still there. Gong should now be within range to move and attack that Lizardman and kill it. Yes, I am right. Yes, Gong has. I thought the Lizard had more HP for some reason. Pow. 5 damage. Gong gains 40 experience points, 150 coins. That puts Gong, I think, at 80 experience or something like that, so not much left to do on him. Yeah, but this battle would definitely be harder if you couldn't use magic or healing items. So, I probably should have bought some healing items before this battle started. But essentially, this spot right here is the last spot you can go before the laser eye will hit you with anything. So you gotta be careful. Also, the Pegasus Knights can come. One of the Pegasus Knights can come for you in this situation. So there is that as well. 6-5. Targeting activated. I'm gonna leave Bellberry down here. He's probably gonna, that Knight's probably gonna come right for him, but get everyone in position here for when that laser, after that laser eye attacks. So the laser, or the Pegasus Knight's coming after Diane. 8 damage. He needs to be healed. I can have Anri cast Freeze level 1 to hit this Pegasus Knight for a small amount of damage. Probably about 8, I think. Yeah. 21 experience for Anri. Move Zylo up here. Move Max right here. Gong is now within range to hit this Pegasus Knight as well for a small amount of damage. Nope. The weird thing about this game, too, is that the other game that I play, it's basically, there's no point of going to do it. It's called Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. It's a DS game. When that game, when you miss, when an opponent hits you, or you hit an opponent but you miss, your unit gets 1 experience just for participating in the battle. Which would be kind of useful here, to be honest with you, but in this game, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Like I said, a big complaint I have with this game is the map is just, their maps are just too large. Who needs to be healed? I think Diane needs to, yeah. I don't want to get low in a bad spot, though, or get in a weird spot. So I'm going to wait for Diane's turn, and then I'm going to have her move back to low so she can get healed. 4-3. So, interesting thing is he's going to do 2-1 fire, and then it's going to say fire. And then that's when the attack's going to happen. Very low poly-ass attack, too. We're going to use freeze again. And they're going to use Anri and Talot this map anyway. 8 damage. 21 experience. Hopefully Bowberry can put this Knight down now, but I'm not going to guarantee that. 1 damage. Fantastic. So just not enough to deal or do what I need to do with that. But if I can get Gong's turn in, I can put him down. So we're going to put Diane back here for a moment so she can be healed by low. Please hit him, Gong. We need a fucking to end this now. Thank you. 1 point damage to Pegasus Knight. Pegasus Knight's defeated. 48 experience, 180 coins. Gong's level increased to 9. Ooh, we got some increases. Attack level increased by... Ooh! By 5. That is a crazy good amount of experience. That's level increased by 1. Maximum inputs increased by 1. Maximum magic points increased by 2. That is a crazy increase. That makes Gong probably the one who's gotten the most stat boosts in one shot versus everybody else in 1 level up. So I'm going to take a look now. Max attack is 26. Gong's attack is now 24. Definitely more, definitely a lot more. So now we need to heal everybody that needs to be healed. So we're going to move low down here to Diane. We're going to use healing level 1 on her. That's going to heal all her damage that she took. That's going to go a little bit of experience. 11 experience. Now that Gong is level 9, though, I'd like to get low to heal the other one as well. I think I have enough time and turns to do that. Which I think the only other one that needs to be healed is May. I think she's the only one that ever took really any damage. Gong has some damage on this because he got an HP increase. So we're going to do that. We're going to move Ken here. We're going to move Zylo over here. We're going to move Zylo to the very left side so he can move faster than everybody else can. So basically, once this laser eye attacks, we're going to be in a race in order to get to it and get around it or kill all the enemies within the time frame. So I'm going to stop trying to get everyone experience, and we're just going to start going after it. I'm just going to be rushing through it. Basically, we need to take a little risks. We'll take a few risks. Luckily, the game does not have permadeath, so there's no danger of that. But there are still some stuff we have to do. So we're going to move Arthur here. Anri's going to stay there. May will move here. And then I'll have Low move in that last spot. And that's where we'll have And that's where we'll have him heal May. May is now healed. And that gave Lo some experience as well. Alright, now we're just waiting for the laser eye to attack. Okay, we didn't see all of it. But essentially just throws streaks across the screen, and we're going to check this out real quick. You're going to see that almost every enemy in this area lost quite a bit of HP, 10 to 11 apiece. Now, the Dark Priest is going to start by healing himself. So, and unfortunately the Pegasus Knights didn't get, I think, yeah, they didn't get hit. But all the other enemies did. So, now that we got this, we're actually going to move Ballberry here. And we're going to hit this Lizard Man. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage to put it down. Probably not. But it's going to do some damage. 5. 12 experience for Ballberry, but his level increased to 9. And you get any stat increases. Alright, now we're in a rush to basically get up there as fast as possible. Now we're going to move everybody out of into the fray here. So everyone being healed, this shouldn't be too bad. The only thing we have a problem with is that the Dark Elves are going to... Actually, I think what you get so far, Dark Elves are actually going to move from their position, which is interesting, but... So the Pegasus Knights are going to start coming after us now, yeah. I figured. Dark Elves really can't do anything in their situation, so we're just going to ignore them for the moment. Move everyone as far to the right as possible. By the way, the laser eye has that limited number of attacks as long as it has targets. Oh, stunning attack for 11. They'll still keep attacking. So, like I said, we're still on a time limit. So we're just having everyone rush it. Barbara's going to have to retreat, though, in order to heal that massive amount of damage he just took from that Pegasus Knight. Unfortunately, we're going to have another... Okay, he did... No, they're going for max. That actually helped us a little bit. The fact that they're ignoring Ballberry at the moment. The Dark Priest is going to heal itself. No, surprisingly, it healed the Lizard Man. Interesting. Normally, it heals itself before it hit anybody else. I would say in some situations, I say the Dark Priest is actually better than the later High Priest. The only reason being is because when the High Priest uses its magic, it'll use level 3, which will fully heal a target most likely. But it will always use heal level 3 no matter how much HP the game flags it has left. So if it uses heal, let's say that someone lost 1 HP, he's going to heal it. He'll use heal level 3 and use all his MP to do so. That might have been a coding error, though. God dang it, Ballberry. You're not filling with a lot of trust here, bud. Alright. This should do quite a bit of damage to this Pegasus Knight. I think my Graham got the oven working. When we purchased the house, we purchased 4 appliances for 50 bucks a piece. There was a washer, dryer, a stove, and a refrigerator. Washer, dryer are fine, so is the refrigerator. The stove, however, apparently was never used from the previous owners, and it's like 20 years old. It hasn't been used in like 20 years. So, needless to say, we had to clean it, and it's very filthy. And we had an issue where if we just ran it, it would just plume a bit of smoke. Not black smoke, but like white smoke. So, we figured there was something we had to clean. I think she cleaned it fully, and she's trying it out now because I smell something cooking. It's probably the biscuits for our dinner tonight. So in case you guys couldn't tell, I'm actually going to try to finish this. Unfortunately, we're in a very bad spot now because the Pegasus Knights are blocking the entire entryway. And that's something I didn't account for. And no one can get close enough now because of the way... God damn it. This might be a lost cause, to be honest with you. Because I can get people in there, but if I could get rid of one of the Pegasus Knights, then I can keep going. But I wasn't planning on blocking the entire way here. I don't think I've ever had that happen, actually. Now that I'm starting to think on it. But, I'm more worried about the Dark Priest being able to just heal everybody, because obviously the enemies take damage again from the laser eye. It's basically over for them. But, okay, he's going to their Ballberry. That might kill Ballberry. 5. Probably didn't heal himself. Maybe the AI thought you could take him out. 8-7. Okay, so we still got a few turns left. But we gotta deal with these damn monsters now. How much HP is this? No, that's not. That wouldn't be enough. But we need to kill this thing now, so it's gonna have to work. Damn it! Alright, I might have to end this battle. Like, this might be, like, if Xylo can't kill this thing, then the battle's pretty much lost. Okay, Xylo got it. But we still have an enemy blocking our way. So it's not full situation over yet. Also, that Lizardman seems to be losing some sprites for some reason. I'm not really sure why that's happening. So I'm risking something here. I'm going to get Tau right in this Lizardman's face. I'm going to use Blaze level 2. That's going to deal damage to the Lizardman and kill the Dark Priest. 52 experience, 125 coins. Now Diane can deal some more damage to this Pegasus Knight, assuming it connects. I'll tell you one thing about this game. The agility might be the most bullshit stat in this game. Okay, I think Tau's dead. Alright, so I'm going to deem this battle a lost cause because I was not expecting them to block the entire way. So, trying to figure out how I should deal with this entire battle. May kill the Lizard Man. May grow to level 10, attack will increase by 1, speed increased by 3. That's actually a pretty good increase. Maybe the battle's not lost quite yet. We still got... I mean, we did lose Tau, though. We now have a way to get through, at least. Oh, my God. 12 agility should not allow you to dodge every little thing. I'm sorry, but if we have, like... I have 10 agility and some they're just dodging everything. I don't like that stat. I do not. We're going to try to get everyone through. We might be still alright here. Because there's not a lot of enemies left. Alright, Max is going to try to take out this Pegasus Knight now. Die. 7. Almost dead. With Arthur here, we're going to attack this Pegasus Knight. This should do 5 damage. Nope, no damage, because he avoided it again. You know, I gotta say one thing, is that I understand what they were doing with this battle, but they really shouldn't have put so many damn Pegasus... Or not Pegasus Knights. Yeah, Pegasus Knights. 6-5 target activated. Alright. We're gonna put Balber right here so Lo can heal him. Move Xylo up. Move May up. The Anri in here, I think we can just use Blaze level 1 to put this thing down now. No, we better use Free level 1. Just make sure it goes down. Blaze probably wouldn't be enough to have enough damage to deal it. Kill it. 9 damage. Anri gained 40 experience, 108 coins. Pow. Alright. The only thing in the way now are the Lizardmen, and they've already lost quite a bit of HP, and they have no way to heal themselves. So I'm going to walk right up to this one. I'm going to smack it with my sword. I hit you with sword. 30 points damage, basically 30 experience, 150 coins. I think we're still gonna, some are still going to get hit by that laser eye. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as some instances I've had of this game do that. Especially the first instance I ever had of me playing this game. 10 experience, or 10 damage, 40 experience, 155 coins. Alright, now we're clear of all enemies. Well, most of them. So now we're just going to run, we're going to basically make a dash for it before that laser eye can get too comfy there. Alright, good. The Dark Elves are now moving. So we have it's an interesting opportunity because most characters will survive the laser eye shot. May's questionable. Max will be fine. Gort will be fine. Arthur will not survive it. He has too low HP. Henry won't make it. Gong will. Will. But Balbre doesn't have enough HP at the moment to survive that. But luckily the Dark Elves are moving, so I can put my lower ranked characters down there to avoid damage. The ones that have low HP. So, you know, there is that. So I'm actually going to make a risk here. I'm going to use heal level 2 so I can get Lo just a little bit closer while I heal Balberry with level 2. So like I said, level 2 costs a little bit more MP, but you're allowed to basically just heal from 2 days away instead of 1. Not that great. But it works for what it works for. Alright, Dark Elves are moving, so we can put some other characters if I fear we can't make it. Alright, how many Tims do we got left now? 4-3. Okay, we might be able to make a lot of characters get past this. Silver Knight's going to be a small problem, but probably just a minor inconvenience at this point. At least compared to what would normally happen. I'm gonna have Bulberry deal with this Dark Elf. I got a feeling this Dark Elf is gonna run away anyway because of our position. But that'll give Bulberry a little bit of experience. We're gonna put Henry here in case we can't make that Laser Eye. In case we can't beat the Laser Eye's turns here. Alright, so now the Silver Knight's actually taking some action. So Silver Knight's basically just a reskin of the Rune Knight, a little bit stronger, but it has silver armor. Hence Silver Knight. Remove Ken here-ish. And we're going to have him attack the Silver Knight for a small amount of damage. I don't think the Silver Knights are that powerful. Yeah, they're not powerful in defense, so... I think they should have done a little bit more with those Silver Knights. Alright. Of course, get the Silver Knight for probably full HP. 12. Okay, that works. For experience record and 75 coins. I mean, they're not worth much. Might be able to just get mostly everyone out of here before that Laser Eye takes its turn. Alright, so we got one more turn now, I think. 2 more turns. 2-1 fire. So this is the last turn. So, Arthur's going to make it out. That's the one I was worried about. 7 damage to Dark Elf. Bulberry gains 10. We're going to keep Anri there because she's low on HP. And we can actually have May hit this Dark Priest for probably most of its HP. Yep. 8 experience, meaning the Dark Priests are starting to lose their luster in terms of experience. This should... I think this did 3 last time. So we're still fine. Gort is now close enough to hit the Laser Eye, so we're going to hit it for... I think this is going to do like 6. Damn. Gort's will increase to 10. No stat increase, though. So we're moving Anri up. Now that that other thing's not there, he's going to run away. He's going to use heal level 1 on himself to heal most of his HP. Yeah. I think heal doesn't have 12 to 13, sometimes maybe 14. That Dark Elf's still not moving. It's fine by me. We can here. We're going to attack this Lizard Man for probably 11. 14. Okay, that was a lot more than I thought. 22 experience. Remove Arthur here. The Laser Eye can't attack behind it, and it has no one thing attack range, so we can move it right behind the Laser Eye and we can hit this Lizard Man. 4 resident HP for 9. Arthur gains 4 minute experience, 150 coins. Arthur will increase to 10. Attack will increase by 1. Maximum magic will increase by 1. So now he has enough to cast Blaze level 1, but he doesn't have Blaze level 1 yet. So now you're going to see the Laser attack in full because we didn't get everyone out of the way in time, but we got Max out of the way. That's the main one we need to be careful about. So now they're going to retreat over to that corner over there. That's fine. We're going to move low up. Here comes the Dark Elf. They're going after Max. Damn. Okay, we might be... Okay, we're not. I was kind of worried that Dark Elf could move one more space that would have killed Max, and that would have ended the battle. Oh, shit. Okay, that is not good. Now he's going to hit everyone in that range. So here comes the attack in full. Fire. Gong suffers 12. Gong suffers 12. Or Low suffers 12. Diane suffers 13. That's it. So originally played this, I thought that killing the Laser Eye would end the battle, but it actually didn't, which is interesting. I gotta get away from him, actually. I was gonna attack, but that didn't seem like it would do anything to really help. So we're gonna have Bulberry take this other Dark Elf here. 7 damage. Bulberry gain 27 experience, 160 coins. And yes, I know I am over my time, but I'm just gonna finish this battle. Because right after this battle, the chapter ends, which means I can essentially just, I can just save immediately after the chapter ends. 14 experience, or 14 damage, 10 gain 21 experience, 10 will increase to 10. Attack will increase by 1. That's 10 points increased by 1. So now that a lot of characters are getting level 10, I can promote them. And considering I'm using characters I never used before, I'm actually going to promote my allies as soon as possible, instead of waiting like I was planning on doing. So we're going to use Gong's heal level 1 to heal himself. We should still be able to go over here with the laser eyes, flash another shot. So basically, the laser eyes almost useless. So we're gonna have Diane deal with this. This might kill Diane though, because the other Dark Elf decided to take revenge on this one. But 10 damage to Dark Elf. Dark Elf defeated, 27 experience, 150 points. Also, not 100% sure, but I think the next battle too is kind of hard to level up as well. So that's another problem we're gonna have to deal with. Because I remember right, the next battle is just a huge. If I remember right, it's a huge open field. Like when I say huge, I can't explain how. When I mean huge, I mean huge. Experience. My bet 6 damage later than that experience. Uh-oh. He could have killed Max right there. He decided not to. 12 damage to Gong. We're going to move low over here. We're going to heal him. We should get more experience. 14. We'll increase to 9. Defense level increased by 2. That's pretty good for a thing. Speed increased by 1. Maximum magic points increased by 2. During the next stream, you guys are going to see what I mean when I say that when a character promotes, its power goes down. His power goes down. Also, in between, I think in between stuff too. No. Let me think while we're finishing up this battle. I want to have a decent thought process while I'm thinking of what I should do after this battle. 6 experience for Gong. That's gonna hit this laser eyes for some damage. 6. Maximum increase to 10. Speed increased by 1. Maximum hit points increased by 1. Maximum magic points increased by 1. Diane should be able to take out the Dark Elf now. There we go. 9 points of damage. 31 experience for Diane. So now we're basically out of danger from most enemies. The laser eye is going to take way too long for it to fire another shot. But we can whack it with some lower level characters to get some experience. Unfortunately, low can only do 1 damage, which only gives it 1 experience point. Definitely gets enemies with high defense. That's where the magic users really do shine. So, had Diane had the laser eye for a little bit of damage, probably 2 or 3. 3. Tanking 4 experience points. Move Henry here. We're going to go for Blaze level 2. That Blaze level 2 is going to do more damage. And that should kill the laser eye, I think. Nope, 6. Guess he must have a little higher magic defense than I thought he did. Low's gonna hit this laser eye for 1 damage. And Gong is gonna attack the laser eye and kill it. For probably like 3 damage. Yep. 4 points of damage to the laser. Laser has defeated 40 experience, 350 coins. Now we gotta take care of the Silver Knight and his buddy down here. We're still in danger of losing this battle. Oh right, I get Lowry back over here. I almost forgot about that. Gong is going to heal himself for a little bit of experience for him. So I made a decision. What I think I'm going to do in between this stream and the next one is I'm going to promote some characters. That's going to make them change how they look, how their battle sprites look, and how they normally look. And then I'm going to take that big battle, the one I said that's probably bad for grinding, and I'm going to grind some levels because once they're promoted, they lose some stats. And they don't reset their experience or anything, but they lose some stats. I think it's 20% of their stats. So I need to level them up. And though it's not the optimal place to level them up at, we still need to do it. And with my backspace key, I should be able to... Bulberry have... How many items does Bulberry have? Okay. This is interesting because it's going to be hard to deal. How do I do this again? Down here, maybe? Hang on a second. I gotta check something. I just gotta check to see if Shining Force Anri dress. I'm trying to figure out the location of it on the map. Hang on, not dress. Swimsuit. Alright, hang on, I'm pulling up something real quick. Oh, fucking hands. Get out of here. I'm trying to figure out the location of it. I'm not trying to figure out what it's called. Okay, I know where it is. It's in a very weird spot. I'm not actually able to hit directly yet, but next turn I can. I was trying to figure out the spot because in the middle of battle it's hard to do the search thing. So. Dang, not a good. I shouldn't have put May there. I get May out of there so I can get some brain. Okay, he's gonna heal the Silver Knight. Anyone else need to be healed here? I think some people do still. Yeah, Diane needs to be healed. Heal level 1. There we go. 12 HP back. There we go. Guns level increased to 10. Attack level increased by 2. That's pretty good. It's the only thing he got, but it's still a solid increase. Anyone else need to be healed? Max does. I don't have a lot of magic left, but this will get low some experience. Public experience to be exact. Okay, so the item is right here. We can search for it. So this is essentially the other version of Tao's outfit. By the way, you can sell it for like 50 gold, so I guess that is something else you could do with it. Then go up to the Silver Knight here. 10 damage. 30 experience. Diane's level increased to 10. Diane's level increases by 2. That's increased by. That's actually a really good increase for an archer. Usually then we get 1s and 2s. Alright, I think we kill the Silver Knight. I think the battle's over, so I think I'm just gonna do that. For experience, 75 coins. You may have beaten us here, but generally it will stop you in POW. So the knight that we saw earlier will actually climb back up, and will ask to join the Shining Force. Great battle. I don't know who you are, but I want to tag along. So, Pell is another... You're going to notice that he's different from another one. He's actually a Paladin. So that is the next promotion for most characters. I'm actually going to replace Ken with Pell, because Pell is another one I never use. With the getting a laser eye, hurry on the Pell, evil is afoot. With the laser eye gun, the Shining Force moves towards the moon town of Pow. Knowing that Runefist is gathering force, our heroes hurry forward. Chapter 3, Secret Weapon of Runefist, end. And that's basically going to be it for the stream, because I'm going to be able to save immediately after this. So that was it for the stream, and thank everyone for watching. This is that streamer 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.